Srinivasarka. He travels all over the world, and thousands of people go and see him. And he teaches a very refined technique of meditation, which he terms Dhyana, and it's focusing on the heart chakra. And it's a very sweet, deep practice, and I found it to be the most significant practice of all of the meditation techniques, that it works the best for me. It's almost instantaneous in its effects of a grand knowingness, the most exquisite joy and peace, undescribable, and I think that's what so many of the spiritual masters and teachers have spoken about for so long, discovering or experiencing that samadhi or bliss, joy and peace combined. And when you're in that state of oneness with the universe, so much happens. The intuitions blossom. Some people experience seeing colors. Some people hear the celestial sounds. Some people have visions. It's very individual. It's funny, meditation, people say, my mind's too busy, I don't know if I can meditate. And really they're excellent candidates for meditating, because the mind is thirsty, and it's really willing and open and ready to experience peacefulness. Consider meditation, or if you're thinking about the mind, consider that the mind is like a radio, and it's playing in another room, and you can hear the music, but you're not giving it your full attention. And so you come into a place of complete beingness. It's really quite an exquisite and extraordinary, powerful experience. People these days are so stressed out, so much input, and so rushing and busy, and they've kind of forgotten who they are, in my opinion. And meditation can be an experience to reacquaint yourself with yourself. And I'm saying the capital S self, the one, the presence within you. So much happens on a physiological level, on a mental level, on an emotional level, on a spiritual level when you slip into your stillness. And it doesn't have to be rocket science, There's a lot of techniques out there. But I've found focusing on the breath, simply letting yourself become still, letting the eyes close, focusing on experiencing every cell of the body, receiving the breath as you inhale, and as you exhale, let the body relax, and just continue with watching the breath. And you'll notice thoughts will come and go, rather than becoming involved in the thoughts and following them in and becoming a player in your thoughts, to notice a thought and, there was a thought. And to let thoughts come like a wave, rises and falls, the thoughts come and go. Noticing physical sensations, that's another trick of the mind, or a distraction, to pull you away from your practice of meditation. You see, the mind has the mistaken idea that it is the boss, whereas the mind is like a computer. It's there to serve you. And if you begin to notice your particular habits and patterns, so that your patterns and habits of thinking, your self-talk, these things, meditation gives you an opportunity to get to know yourself and your habits, the habits of the mind, and then you can start letting things go. so that you're able to step into a deeper state of awareness of self and to be the one that you truly are, rather than to be the thoughts and attitudes. That's not who you are, you know. And also your physical beingness, we come in with an essence, and when we leave, we don't take the body with us. Our essence or self moves on. And so to get to know that part of ourselves, you know, is really a responsibility in our lifetime. If we live on a level where we haven't experienced our true self, then we've missed the opportunity to really live. You know, also emotions. When you're in meditation, you may find the emotions get very powerful. You know, you might be sitting in meditation thinking, oh, the teacher doesn't know how to meditate, can't teach me how to meditate, and then you start getting a sense of anger and impatience. And that's just another trick of the mind to try to pull you out of your meditation practice. So you have to, like riding a bicycle, one step at a time, and then you may have an experience quite suddenly and unexpectedly. You have a true experience where you all of a sudden are aware of, oh, where was I? Where was I for a moment? I was somewhere else, you know. And there's, I like to call it sort of like candy, you know. The divine gives you an experience, and that was lovely and delicious, and I want another experience. So you go back into your meditation. So there's these little sprinklings of goodies on your way, and then ironically the candies are sort of taken away because we don't want to be distracted by the radiant experience of meditation. Sometimes you go into meditation and you're sitting very sternly, waiting, trying so hard to meditate, and you come out of that meditation and you say, that wasn't a very good meditation. But then later, you're walking along and you have an enlightenment and you think, oh, that was directly connected to that not so good meditation. And so each practice of stillness is, you can maybe consider it like money in the bank. You put a few coins in, and it adds up to a great wealth of indescribable peace and joy.